welcome. I'm Leah Skirdal, and today we are just before the election and we're wanting to step into a place of peace and calm and send out ripples of peace and calm in the pond of life in this chaotic time. So I invite you now to take a deep breath inward and bring your attention from your head, from the outside, to your heart. Breathe deeply into your heart. And let's find that place of unity where we're all connected. All of the listeners here, we are connected in a place of oneness. We're not in the same space, we're in the same moment in time, and we are connected into this energy of oneness. So let's take this collective step backward into the unity that permeates all of life. Breathe. And taking this collective step backward into well-being, beyond the divisiveness of the individual, into this place of the collective well-being for all. How can we find the combination of what's good for you is good for me, is good for all of us? That highest level of well-being that is for all of us. We're starting in that place. Imagining that there is such a place, that what's good for you is good for me, is good for all of us. Let us stand strongly in that place. We don't know what it is yet, but we're imagining that there is such a place, that the God of all beings, that the life that permeates this physical planet, the physical lives, that there is a higher vibration of interconnection. There is a physical life force, an emotional standard of well-being that can flow through our thoughts. So now again, we don't know what those thoughts are yet. We're just imagining that there are thoughts that hold a higher frequency of well-being. And again, let's find kind of an intricate pattern of the interconnection of, like, the neurons in your own brain are sending out higher vibrations of well-being that can connect with the neurons in somebody else's brain. So that, again, this place of divine love within, for the highest good in the highest form, for this time, this space, these lives, can raise the vibration of our thoughts and our emotions to this higher standard of well-being that is harmonious with the interactive whole. So now again, from the center of your being, connecting deeply into your natural state of well-being. Behind your heart, in front of your spine, imagine that you are stepping backward through that doorway into your harmonious place of peace, love, joy, freedom, prosperity. Breathing. And now breathing that, your individual contribution through to this center where we're interconnected, so that your highest and best is infusing this center, this place where we are all connected in well-being, that your highest and best is flowing through you from your divine essence, through your soul, through your ego personality, into this place of our interconnectedness in time and space. Here we are, breathing, each of us, our highest and best into this place, into this space of well-being, into this pond of life. Okay, so now we have this nice, beautiful pond amongst us, between us, that is infused with divine love, that is infused with your highest and best, whatever that is. And now, finding our hearts connected one to the other, the heart space of all creation. And again, stepping back to that place in your physical body where your physical heart had its first heartbeat. Before the first heartbeat, there were cells that came together, and before that there were cells that divided, and before that there was one cell that was connected to divinity itself, that breathed the breath of life into you. And now we're finding that flow of divine essence through your physical tissues, through your heart, through your physical heart, connecting with each of our physical hearts that came from the same divine essence, that infuses each of us with that same divine essence. Now we step again into this space of our shared collective well-being. Breathe. Infusing our shared collective well-being with that emotion of harmony, of peace and prosperity, of knowing ourselves as part of creation, of knowing ourselves as part of divine essence. And now breathe that back into your thoughts. And imagine that your thoughts are uplifting the thoughts of others. And now from this sacred container of all those listening here to these words, we find the edges of this sacred container of our collective well-being. And now expand the edges of this sacred container. Now imagine that out through your contribution to the world, that you are contributing to the people in your life, family, friends, co-workers, the people you interact with in the grocery store, the people you interact with online, that your piece of this collective well-being is amplified. So that our sacred container has now expanded into a ripple of well-being. And now let's expand across all of our communities. To our local elections, to our state and our state government elections. That all of the people, let's find the voters. Oh! Oh, that was a jolt. Let's find the voters. First off, in our state. Find the voters in our state. That we're sending out this ripple of well-being to the voters in our state. And now let's find the voters in our adjoining states. And now as we're sending out this ripple of well-being across the region. Ground, 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 ground. Find your feet. Find your feet. Find your feet. Find that place in front of your spine, along your spine, down through your tailbone, down through your legs, down through your feet into the earth. So we're finding the polling places. We're finding the voting workers, all the volunteers. We're blessing them with well-being. Again, let's find the voters, blessing them with well-being. Now, as you are grounded in time and space, finding your feet on the connected to the earth, anchoring down through your feet into through the bedrock, through the water table, down into the crystalline core of the earth and back up through your feet, through your legs, through your tailbone, out the top of your head like a fountain. So you are anchored here in time and space, and we're sending out, now again, move into our collective sacred space of well-being. And we send out ripples of well-being to the voters in our region. Okay, now let's try the next region over. Okay, let's go back to your heart. Back to that place of divine love flowing through you, through your soul, through your ego, through your connection to all the loved ones in your life, through the connection to all the people you know and interact with, sending that out stronger, brighter light, more love. Okay, now expand out to the next region over. Breathe well-being, into well-being and out through well-being. All right, so now let's try the whole country. Coast to coast, border to border, Hawaii and Alaska, everybody who find all the voters, finding the highest good in the highest form for this time, this space, these lives, the highest vibration that this collective body of American voters can hold. Now, in this moment in time and space now. Holding that space across time and dimensions, across the next week, the next month. anchoring well-being. All of the voters who can hold this vibration of well-being, finding them connected to their souls, to their guardian angels, to the flow of divinity through each of us. Now let's find the hotbed states. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Let's find that place of a harmonious interaction. Let's find Texas. Let's find North Carolina. Let's find Florida. Finding that place of well-being. In your heart, expanding out to all of those people we connect with. Through them to the people they connect with, 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 until we are holding hands, energetic hands across the whole country. And let's put up some barriers from outside intervention. Okay, Russia, Iran, China, you can just stay out. Just go away. Stay outside. We don't need you. We are claiming sovereignty in this time and space. In our own country, we claim sovereignty. We claim that we claim democracy. We claim that the American people are united in this land for a higher purpose, in time and space, anchored in the now, one nation, and one divine presence flowing through all of us. So coming back. Again, let's breathe into that space. Well-being for all the children, for all the skin tones, for all the languages spoken in this country. For all the elected officials, for all the decision makers. It's holding, again, that place of well-being that is the highest good for all. Finding your feet, finding your tailbone, finding the air in the back of your hands, coming back easily and gently to your place in this harmonious whole. Blessed be.